Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Let's talk about something that affects every single one of us, whether we're at work, in a community group, or even within our own families: safety. And I'm not just talking about hard hats and safety goggles. I'm talking about psychological safety, the feeling that you can speak up, share an idea, or admit a mistake without fear of being humiliated or punished. Think about the last time you had a brilliant idea but hesitated to share it. Or maybe you saw something that wasn't quite right but stayed silent because you didn't want to rock the boat. What holds us back in those moments? It's often a lack of psychological safety. We're afraid of looking foolish, being wrong, or facing negative consequences. But what if I told you that building a culture where everyone feels safe to speak up is the single most powerful thing you can do to boost innovation, prevent disasters, and create a truly high-performing team? It's not magic, it's a skill. And today, we're going to break down exactly how you can build it. So what exactly is a culture of safety? It's an environment where open communication isn't just a buzzword on a poster. It's the lived, daily reality. It's a place where curiosity is valued more than being right, where vulnerability is seen as a strength, not a weakness, and where every single person feels empowered to be a guardian of the group's well-being. When people feel safe, they bring their whole selves to the table. They're more engaged, more creative, and more willing to go the extra mile. The opposite is a culture of fear where silence reigns. In those environments, problems fester under the surface, brilliant ideas die on the vine, and minor issues can spiral into full-blown crises because no one dared to speak up. The stakes are incredibly high. The first, most crucial step to building this culture is leading by example. If you're in any kind of leadership position, a manager, a team lead, even an influential senior colleague, your actions speak volumes. You have to be the first one to admit you don't have all the answers. Try saying things like, "That's a great question. I haven't thought about that. What do you all think?" Or, "I made a mistake on that last report, and I've learned we need to double-check our data source. Thanks to Sarah for catching it." This isn't a sign of weakness. It's a powerful demonstration of humility and confidence. When a leader openly admits a mistake, it sends a crystal-clear message to the entire team. It's okay to be human here. It's okay to be imperfect. What matters is that we learn and improve together. This act of vulnerability tears down walls and gives others permission to do the same. Next, you have to actively solicit input, and not just from the usual suspects who are always eager to talk. Make it a point to go to the quiet ones. Say, "James, we haven't heard from you yet, and I'd really value your perspective on this." Or, "Maria, you have a lot of experience in this area. What are you seeing that we might be missing?" This does two things. First, it ensures you're getting a diversity of thought, which always leads to better decisions. Second, it shows the quieter members of the team that their voice is not only welcome but necessary. Over time, you'll finally start to speak up more proactively because they know their input is genuinely wanted. Don't just ask for feedback. Create structured, predictable channels for it. This could be a dedicated time in every weekly meeting, anonymous suggestion boxes, or regular one-on-one check-ins. The key is consistency. When people know there's a specific, safe time and place to share their thoughts, they're much more likely to do so. Now, let's talk about how you react when someone does speak up, especially with a tough message, a concern, a dissenting opinion, or the admission of a mistake. Your reaction in this moment is absolutely critical. It's a test. If you react with defensiveness, frustration, or blame, you've just failed that test and taught everyone watching that speaking up is dangerous. The correct response? Gratitude. Start with, "Thank you for bringing this to my attention," or, "I really appreciate you having the courage to say that." Even if the feedback stings, even if you disagree with it, lead with thanks. This separates the person from the problem and honors their act of speaking up. After thanking them, engage with curiosity. Ask open-ended questions like, "Can you tell me more about that?" Or, "Help me understand your perspective better." Your goal is not to win an argument. It's to uncover the truth and learn. This approach, which I call rewarding the messenger, is the bedrock of a safe culture. When people see that raising a red flag leads to positive recognition and constructive conversation, you create a powerful incentive loop that encourages more open communication. Another powerful technique is to normalize talking about failure. We're all conditioned to hide our mistakes, but in a healthy culture, failures are treated as data. they're valuable learning opportunities. Try holding failure debriefs or learning reviews after a project doesn't go as planned. The ground rule for these meetings is crucial: no blame. The focus is entirely on the process, not the people. Ask questions like, what were our assumptions going in? Where did reality differ from our plan? What did we learn from this that will make us smarter next time? What systems can we put in place to prevent this from happening again? When you frame failure as a collective learning exercise, you remove the shame and fear associated with it. People become more willing to take calculated risks and innovate, knowing that if things don't work out, the goal will be to learn, not to blame. This mindset shift is transformative. Let's also be mindful of the subtle ways we might shut down communication without even realizing it. Things like interrupting someone mid-sentence, checking your phone while they're talking, or using dismissive body language like sighing or rolling your eyes. These small nonverbal cues send a powerful message. What you're saying isn't important. To counter this, practice active listening. Put your phone away, make eye contact, nod to show you're engaged, and paraphrase what you heard to confirm your understanding. Saying something as simple as, "So, if I'm hearing you correctly, you reconcerned that the timeline is too aggressive because we have factored in potential delays from the supply chain. Is that right?" This not only ensures you understand the message, but it also makes the other person feel truly heard and respected. It's a small habit that pays huge dividends in building trust and psychological safety. Now, building this culture isn't a one-time project. It's an ongoing practice. It requires constant reinforcement. Celebrate and publicize instances where open communication led to a positive outcome. You could say in a team meeting, "I want to give a huge shout out to David. He raised a concern about a potential bug in the code last week. Because he spoke up, we were able to fix it before it impacted any customers." That's exactly the kind of ownership we want to see on this team. Thank you, David. This public praise does more than just make David feel good. It shows the entire team a concrete example of the desired behavior and its positive results. It makes the abstract concept of a safety culture tangible and real. Remember, the goal is progress, not perfection. There will be times when you, as a leader, slip up. You might get defensive or cut someone off. The key is what you do next. Acknowledge it and apologize. "Hey everyone, I want to apologize. Earlier when Jen was sharing her concerns, I cut her off. That's not the kind of environment I want to create. Jen, I'm sorry. Please, continue." This act of self-correction is incredibly powerful. It reinforces the standard you're trying to set and shows that everyone, including the leader, is accountable to it. Creating a culture of safety with open communication is one of the most challenging but rewarding aspects of leadership. It starts with you. Lead with humility. Actively solicit input. Thank people for their courage. Treat failure as a lesson and listen with your full attention. By consistently practicing these behaviors, you can transform your team, your department, or your entire organization from a place of silence and fear into a powerhouse of innovation, collaboration, and trust. It's a journey, but it's a journey worth taking. Thank you so much for watching today. I hope you found these tips helpful. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our future content. What are your biggest challenges in creating open communication on your team? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. Until next time, keep leading with courage and curiosity.